Hey there, this is Andrew with ADS, here to bring you the very best in marketing and branding tips, as well as business tips for those of you who are entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, and personal branders. Welcome, and welcome to the new year. It is now 2020, of course. And one thing I wanted to impress upon you is this, and it's because I'm seeing it a little bit out there amongst those who I'm connected with in the entrepreneurship business world. It's something that is more like an undercurrent. It's not, super exposed, but you can still tell. And it is what I'm calling desperation. I think people have set for themselves some very ambitious goals for the new year, for the new decade, for all of this, and they are on desperation mode, trying to make this stuff happen. And I think there's a difference between supreme motivation and desperation. Desperation has a totally different smell to it, and it's based out of fear. It has a fear basis. And what's bad about that is that acting out of fear and out of desperation can cause you to make very bad decisions in your business, in your personal life, however you want to call it. Wherever you're acting desperate, it never results in good decision making, I promise you. So if you find yourself caught in this space that feels like desperation, where you're like, oh man, you're just everywhere, you're scattered, you're like, I gotta hit these goals, I gotta get these numbers in, this has to happen by this one. If you're feeling so desperate like that, you might want to step back for a moment, take a little breather, and then think through your situation and think through what matters most. Because I can tell you, if you are working out of desperation, you're going to make a lot of mistakes. And again, you're not going to be making decisions that are best for you. So you want to make sure that you are thinking clearly when all this is going on, right? Think clearly. That's the number one thing. And number two, when you are thinking clearly, you want to make sure that you are really weighing out pros and cons when you're making decisions. Is this real? And also motivations, why, what is my motivation behind creating this action, right? What's my motivation behind creating it? Is it really out of desperation or fear? Is it out of a proper positive motivation, or what? A couple of signs of desperation is that you are trying to quickly, especially in the marketing space, if you're trying to quickly slap together a campaign, just because you're like, oh my gosh, we're behind, we have to move, quick, fast. Not a good move. You want to do that with some thought and preparation, and give yourself breathing room and space to produce quality, right? We really want to produce quality here. The other thing is that when you are acting out of desperation, again, you're making bad decisions. It's very possible, very easy to do that. And the other thing is that you tend to come across very salesy, that desperation is showing through. So another telltale sign is if all of your social media posts and content you put out there is a sale, or a promotion to buy all the time, and everything is about you as a company, it's me focused, and not you focused on your customer, that's another sign of desperation. So you don't want to put everything out there that's all about you. It has to be about your customer. And so a good rule of thumb to go by, especially with social media content and your content plan in general, high level rule of thumb to go by is the 80-20 rule, right? Paretos Law and all that good stuff. 80-20 rule. So 80% of that content should be in this upper, higher level, broad level of your funnel. 80% of it. And that should be very you focused, customer focused. 20%, or even less potentially, but 20% should be more specific to you and your business industry, that kind of. And really, truthfully, that 20% can be broken down to like probably 10% in the industry space, and then 10% on you and your actual promotions and that kind of thing. Because what you never want to do is be back to back promotions for what? Who cares? No one wants to be sold to all the time, and no one wants your sales all the time, unless you're like Old Navy or something. So do not be so fast to be all about the promotion world is the thing. So again, remember the 80-20 rule. Don't act out of desperation. Think clearly. And I think the last little litmus test is, are you doing what's best for your target audience? Especially for people who don't have audiences yet, I always tell them, do not jump out the gate with an offer. Don't jump out the gate with an offer. That's the equivalent of walking up to someone on the street and being like, hey, buy my candy bar. Can you buy this bottled water? Like, that's annoying to people. People kind of really are like, ugh. Like they're avoiding you like the plague. Like, I'm not trying to buy your Girl Scout cookies today. You know, okay, let me not use Girl Scout cookies because they are good. But but you know what I mean? Like, no one wants to be immediately sold to. They want to get to know you first. And so if you're trying to skip that period of getting to know someone, no bueno. That's no bueno. That's not going to be good. Allow some time to get to know someone before you put an ask in, right? Think of this as dating. You know, very much this has so many parallels to the dating world. So, you know, before you even ask for a date, or you would never like just boom, ask for marriage out the gate, right? You have to get to know someone first, and it takes some time. You have to get their number, you have to get to know them, you have to go out a couple times, they have to trust you, they have to like you, you know. So there's no like and trust is a path, a very proven path towards sales, right? You want sales, you want those numbers to move up in revenue, people have to know, like, and trust you first. And I know that's hard when you need sales in the door, but I promise you, you're just digging yourself a hole if you feel like I gotta super push. Most people don't have the funding needed to do an adequate advertising push out the gate when they don't have an audience to begin with and get sales immediately. It's just 9 times out of 10 never works like that. So they have to get to know you. You have to audience build so you can have someone to speak to, and they have an opportunity to see who you are, develop some kind of relationship, and then down the line you can cultivate that pipeline for sales. But you don't start down at the bottom, you start up here. You start here and you work your way down that funnel to sales. Okay? Quick little reminder for you guys. Just wanted to throw that out there. Hope that's helpful to someone. I know someone out there needs to hear this right now, so I had to say it real quick. And otherwise, thanks so much for being here. You can follow us everywhere at The ADS Agency, THEADS Agency, on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn. If you're listening to this on podcast, Google Play, Apple Podcasts, I have to slow down when I do that, Google Play, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Please rate and review this podcast. Would so appreciate it. And also like and subscribe to this channel. Click the little bell afterwards so you get notifications. All right, my dears. Thank you. See you next time.